Welcome to Draw Tip Tuesday. Here's your weekly dose of inspiration to build a creative habit, one drawing at a time. Brought to you by Sketchbook Skool. Hi, welcome to Draw Tip Tuesday. Watercolors are so fun to work with. And those palettes can look very pretty with all those different colors in them. But what if you limit your palette to, say, 3, 4, 5 colors maximum? Well, there are a few benefits to limiting your palette. When you're limited, you need to be more creative within those limits. It'll force you to mix in a different way. Instead of picking the colors straight from the pan, you need to mix and be creative in your mixing to create that color that you're looking for, and also look for values and tones more than just picking it straight from the pan. It will stretch your creativity as well as your skills. Of course, it's more compact. If you just take 3 colors, it's light, it's portable, it's very practical too. It's easier to make decisions too. You don't have a choice of that whole range of color. You just need to make your own range. And because you mix that certain range from those few colors, you will automatically create a sort of a harmony in your page and in your painting. The colors will be harmonious. And another thing that is really a great benefit is that you will get to know your paint better. So whatever is in your palette, you will learn to understand how the paints work together. So let's do this thing. I'll pick 3 basics from my student grade palette. A yellow, actually it's an orange kind of yellow. Red, which is more like a magenta. And blue. This seems to be sort of a mix between cobalt and ultramarine or something like that. It's quite obvious. I have no clue what's in this basic kit actually. The colors that I chose are close to the primary colors yellow, red and blue, but they're not the actual clean primaries. So let's see if I can mix some colors that won't become too muddy. I'm just experimenting here and I hope you will do so too. Just picking colors in your own palette. Let's draw something first. Anything, a plant here on my windowsill. It's the first thing that I see. Now instead of picking green from my palette, which is a bright grassy green and not even close to the green of the plant, I will mix my yellow and blue, which will make green, of course. The green is a toned down shade and I kind of like it. I'll add some yellow to brighten it up. And some more blue in the shaded areas. I think my paint is a bit too watery, especially for this paper, which is not watercolor paper, but still, it works. I will mix an orange brown for the terracotta pot. Not just orange, because when I mix it with a bit of the yellow green that I just made, the color becomes more brownish, and that's actually kind of spot on. I should have left a little gap between the pot and the plant, because now the colors are bleeding into each other. But I'll fix that by wiping the excess paint away with a dry brush. Now adding a bit of blue to that same color, I can create a nice warmish gray for the drop shadow. I'll leave it to dry so I can add another layer of color. Let's darken that pot. And then also give the plant a bit more definition and depth by adding blue-green shades and the yellow sides of its leaves. And darken that drop shadow and use some of that gray to add roundness to the pot. The colors look natural and more interesting than when I would have used the colors straight from the pen. Don't you think? So, get your watercolors out and pick a few colors. I would say 3, 4 maximum. And start experimenting, start painting. I hope you have fun. And if you want to learn more about watercolors, then sign up for Sketchbook Skool's course, Watercolor Rules and How to Break Them. It's an amazing course and you should check it out on sketchbookskool.com. I'll see you next week.